Hello. Let skunk commentary begin.
Oh yes, here we go again. Skunk commentary. Shitting on bad works of art that somehow get ginormous. What is up, folks? My name is Skunk Commentary, and today I'm gonna talk about the really fun topic on how the whole bullshit thing about video games causing violence and horror movies creating serial killers, how that is actually false, and instead romance novels can destroy a woman's psyche. And yeah, let's go into this shit. So, to begin this video thing, all of you who've seen my videos, you know that I enjoy shooter games and horror games and movies and all that. Like, a lot of my old videos from when I streamed and did the videos that way is either Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt, which most of my videos still have as a gameplay, Dead by Daylight, which I still play a whole bunch. Go and check Satan's channel if you want to see the funniest moments with me in them while we're playing Dead by Daylight. But anyway, and I also really enjoy horror movies. I've said it in multiple videos before. But, you know, today we're actually going to talk about how the whole... We'll first actually debunk some theories about horror movies and shooter games. So, the first thing is that horror movies can affect your mental health in a bad way, and that they cause violent behavior. But the thing is, if you have a healthy relationship to horror movies and shooter games, they're completely harmless. Just like if you watch a detective film, using the argument that horror movie causes violence is like saying that detective films will make you go and kill people so you can be the villain of a detective story. And you can hear how bad that sounds. But the thing is, in a slasher film, people don't look up to the slasher, people cheer for the heroine, aka the final girl. Or if you're watching Evil Dead, you cheer on Ash. And you know how that is. And there's actually research that shows that horror movies are good for your mental health, because you can control your own stress and all that. Or you can see people in stressful situations in a controlled environment, and that is better than living out stress in a dangerous situation. And I'm just gonna read from here. A 2000 study published in the academic journal Stress suggested that with more white blood cells could be circulated in the person's body if they watch a stress including but still fictional horror story. In case you're wondering, yes, the control variable in this study was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So researchers conducting this important experiment had the taste. Said it's only good to watch horror movies, and as long as you're not a psychopath all these can be like, say that, oh, that person is a psychopath, and that can have other causes, but that is a whole different discussion. And most people who watch horror movies or play shooters or read romance novels are normal people. With that out of the way, I also say that video games do not cause violence, but that is if you have a healthy relationship to them. It's not like you let your 3-year-old hop in a Call of Duty lobby for 7 hours a day. That is not healthy. Instead, have a healthy relationship to video games and movies and all forms of media, and take care of your own life too. Go to the gym or have a walk with your dog or something, you know. Don't let it affect your life too much. But romance novels, if they're poorly written, like they show abusive relationship and romanticize it, and young women who don't really know what they want in life might read these and see an abusive relationship romanticized, and they might search for an abusive relationship. And this is from a study based in Cambridge. They offer an idealized version of romance, which can make women feel bad about themselves because their relationships aren't perfect. And in some cases, this might lead to women make poor health decisions, including not using condom during sex, a scenario often portrayed in the novels. And also, she is saying women are gullible and don't understand the difference between fiction and reality, nor is she saying that there's no place for romance novels in our culture. So again, in all of these work, if you do a bad shooter, it's just gonna get hated. It's just gonna get clowned on by the entire Call of Duty fanbase. If you make a bad slasher movie, people are gonna clown on it. The 80s. But you know, those aren't really danger if they get big numbers. Like let's say Call of Duty Vanguard. It's a poorly made Call of Duty game. Did it hurt anyone mentally? No. Did it grow popular? Yes. Was it good? No. What happened? People bought it, played it, and then threw it away and gave it back to the stores. That was what happened. Or they were toxic to each other in the lobbies, like the Call of Duty players always has been. They're still doing that, yes. And Activision Blizzard got in a lot of shit as usual, but that aside, however, a bad horror movie, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, did it make anyone want to be Leatherface and go and kill people? No, because people who watch horror movies aren't fucking psychopaths. Did it make people be angry at the filmmakers for ruining the Texas Chainsaw Massacre for the 3rd time? Yes, it did. But does that mean that every Texas Chainsaw fan went into the garage, grabbed the chainsaw and walked over to Netflix studios and were like, give us a good chainsaw movie or we'll kill you? No, because they're not fucking psychopaths. That's what I'm trying to explain here. But let's say after, or Or, yeah, let's take that as an example. What happened when people saw that piece of shit movie? A lot of young girls were like, oh my god, that hairstyle stand-in is so cute. And they started to dream about how that character, and that is also another thing about that, they, in those movies, they fuck, argue, break up, get back together, fuck, argue, break up. And that is the entire cycle of the fucking movie series. Or book series. It offers a bad relationship as its core, and who aren't experienced with relationship might think that is how a relationship should be, which it's not. The thing is, I get so mad at seeing this because there are so many people who believe that that is how it should be, and the thing is, that is not how it should be. A good relationship is when you love your partner and your partner loves you, and you do things together, you go on dates, you talk, you have a good connection with each other. And relationships, also, spoiler alert, relationships are not about sex. That can be a thing you add in your relationship, yes, but it's not necessary. It's that simple. And the thing is also about these novels is that they also offer up like scenarios that can't happen in real life. Like, for example, in after the second movie, I think it's in the book too. I haven't read the books because I have some respect for myself. It's like, oh, she writes a good article and that gets her promoted and gets her everything, like Mary Sudom and the writer's fantasies. All I'm asking for, I don't mind romantic novels in general. I don't read them, but I don't mind them either. But when they grow immensely popular and people start seeing them as how a relationship should be, that is where the dangerous parts begin. And yeah, this is, as a young man who writes every day, I want to see good works of art, not bad works of art that get embraced. I have all the respect for the creators behind these romantic fan stories, but on Wattpad or whatever. But the thing is, it's not just for me. It's not for me, and I get that. But the thing is, I did once go to Wattpad to do research. I picked I went to the horror category, specifically, I'll add this. All of it was how the readers ship themselves with their character, with the different characters, or ship the different characters. I have never seen so much Slender Man kiss. Jokes aside, the thing was like, the scary part about it is that I as a young man who enjoys writing, who wants to write good work, see this, and it honestly feels like the lack of talent in it is scary. Like a Swedish thing, because I read these in Swedish. In Swedish we have they and them, and those words are really similar, and often people get them thrown together. And that was in every work. The grammar was horrendous, but it still got immensely popular. And all of these stories showed some form of abusive relationship in some way. Either it was Stockholm Syndrome or whatever. And we need to stop this. Like, poorly written romance is more dangerous than someone playing some Call of Duty. Because if you aren't a fucking psychopath, Call of Duty is not Call of Duty is healthy for you if you're not a psychopath. Or it's not healthy, but it's not harmful in any way. And same with horror movies. Horror movies are actually healthy for you because it allows you to, like I said, release stress and be able to also think about yourself and think, wow, I'm happy I'm not in those situations. Also, some horror works are also, if I'm not wrong, good for like seeing, okay, those people are in bad situations, and good for your mental health in general. And yeah, there's a lot of that stuff. I can recommend, I'll leave some links to some other horror videos that's explaining the whole topic. Also, by the way, horror was one of the first, I think it had the first movie with a black main character who was not just some side character, who was an actual character. And that was back in 1968. So for about a long ass time ago. Yeah. And I'm just so tired of seeing people hate on horror fans because we enjoy different media than they do. Like, people have said that, oh, Skunk Commentary might be dangerous because he watches horror movies. That is just so delusional, and yeah, that is what I was referring to in my last video when I said, oh, just because some bad women out there exist doesn't mean I hate every woman. And that that's a reference to that. And again, I might do story time on it if you guys want me to. But yeah, I honestly think that we need to stop glamorizing bad works of art, and instead of just giving people who write poor romance novels immense fame and, you know, giving them love, we should instead give them feedback and be like, you could have done it like this. You can explain more that this is fucking unhealthy. You can explain that this is fucking Stockholm Syndrome. You know, all these things. Give them creative feedback instead of pissing on them. I think that is way more healthy at the end of the day, and I think that, sure, there's gonna be bad works of art and everything, in every genre. There's bad shooters, there's bad horror movies, there's bad romance novels, there's bad things in everything. But it's art at the end of the day, and you have to appreciate at least a work of art. Every work of art is a process that we should appreciate, even if it's bad. And I don't hate you if you like the latest Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. It had some fun moments, and even though it was not my cup of tea, it's a movie worth watching if you like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because it shows a new perspective on the story. And again, there's just so many things that you can take like that. It's a movie, it's a book, it's a big video game. People put their time into it, and we should at least try and appreciate the time. And what we need to do if something is bad is give the creators feedback instead of hating on them. And sure, and we should not hate different fan bases. Saying that video games make you violent, no. Saying that video games make you racist, no. Saying that horror movies can turn you into a serial killer, no. Saying that romance novels can make women think that different things are romantic when they're actually dangerous, that is true, but it's not going to be for the majority. And however, it might be a larger amount of people than with the horror movie serial killer thing. I can also now, as a horror fan, debunk some theories, because yeah, why not? Why not? Firstly, no, we horror movie lovers do not want to kill people. We watch these movies because we're invested in the story, or we think it's something to turn your brain off to and watch for an hour or two. B, no, we don't like blood. I can't stand to see blood in real life. If someone cuts themselves in real life, like on a knife or something, or a glass shard, I get disgusted by that and I look away. Next thing, no, we don't have fantasies about killing people. That is something sociopaths or psychopaths do, not horror movie fans. And no, we don't have it as a way to embrace our inner fantasies either. That is just dumb. Again, does that mean that karate movie fans, people who like Bruce Lee's movies, that's kung fu, but you get what I mean. Does that mean that those people want to beat people up? No! Yeah, there you go, some debunking by an actual horror fan. And I think I don't need to say too much more in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm reading all the comments and I respond to them all, or I try to at least. And yeah, if you like this topic, I'd gladly cover more similar topics or something. But with that being said, my name is Skunk Commentary, talking about how my favorite genre is being attacked, meanwhile people are looking away from another problem, and signing out. And I still love horror movies and shooter games.